Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you are new to this channel, my name is Nurse D Porche, and here we talk about all things nursing, health, and family. So I'm currently on my lunch break, but I wanted to answer a question that I had in the comments and make a video of what I mean by following steps to get into hospital case management positions. So I'm going to say in the last video that I made, I kind of spoke on how a friend of mine told me about case management. I didn't know what case management was actually. And when she told me about it and I went to apply, I learned different types of case managers. So you have hospice case managers, you have home health case managers, you have behavioral health case managers, you have so many different types. Pretty much every specialized field have a case management. But one that in particular that piqued my interest was the work from home case management. I always knew I wanted to work from home as I'm doing now. So when I seen that, I kind of went into that job listing and I looked at the requirements. I looked at what exactly they would do. And I was just like, oh, how would I get here? So that's kind of where my plan started from. So I knew I wanted to be in work from home case management. So what I did was, it was easiest to get into hospice case management in my area. So I would suggest searching your area and finding where is the easiest case management to get into. What I mean by that is, where is there a really big need, right? So hospice is always, you have nurses coming and going, or the one in my area at least. And then home health, you know, they're always in need. These are two places that are always. All right, so as I mentioned in other videos, I had 3 years of LPN experience working in home health. So for me, and based on my background, it was easiest for me to get into a type of home health case management position. Though I didn't go into home health case management, I started with hospice case management. And really it was fairly easy. I went into the interview, I talked to my nurse friends who were already case managers, and I asked them, you know, what could I say? You know, I went over interview questions. I went over, I think they even helped me with my resume. So what I did was, the skills that I had and the skills that they were asking for, I made sure that it was visible on my resume. I made sure that I listed everything that they were asking me for, though it may be termed different on the application. If it's something that you have done, even if it's at another job, make sure you put it on your resumes, so that it's consistent with what they're asking for. So I did that. During the interview, she went over some questions and asking me, you know, why I would be a good fit for the job, you know, with me not having any case management or hospice experience. And basically, I just sold myself. That's a whole nother topic. So I was offered the job at the hospice case management position, and I made sure to stay there for at least a year. Even once I decided to leave there, I remained PRN. So that way, that work experience time was on my resume. So from that point, during that time, I worked on my master's degree, and then I applied for the case manager hospital position. I think that having the title case management from hospice made me qualify a little bit for the hospital. Though the roles are very different, and there's systems that you don't use in hospice that you will use in hospital case management, because like I said, I've never worked on the floor, so I didn't even know how to use, or I had never used Epic before. So I really just sold myself in the interview. I really sold myself in the interview on what I did know how to do, and that the systems that I did not know how to use, I've used similar systems in hospice. Though it was not Epic, though it was not the systems, the Pyxis or whatever that's being used in the hospital, I've used similar systems. So I just made that, you know, very clear. I'm a quick learner, you know, the basic things that you say in interviews. And I got the job. And I made sure to stay as long as I could so that that experience would be helpful for me when I wanted to work from home and apply for that position. And it kind of just, so I made a strategic plan. And it all started from me actually just researching case management positions. So even if you don't quite know where you want to go, but you know you want to work from home, or you know you want to work in the hospital in a non-clinical role, just start researching. See what's on the resume and see what positions, if you can't get right into that position, get into a position that will help you be more qualified for the position that you want, if that makes sense. Like, for an example, how I went into hospice case management, knowing that eventually I want to work from home. And some positions actually, going from hospice case management straight into work from home positions, you can actually do that. But the ones that I kept seeing, they wanted interqual experience, they wanted Milliman experience, and all of these things. So I thought that it would be beneficial for me to work at the hospital and then eventually work from home. So that was the route I took. You just have to do the research and just kind of look into what is required and where you can get those skills. I knew that if I went to the hospital and worked as a case manager, then I would get exposure to Interqual and Milliman, and it would help me in my work from home positions. So you just use the skills that you've already had, and be willing to sacrifice for a little while, a year or so that you can get the experience that you need to get to where you're trying to get to. So make a strategic plan. Here's my end goal. Here's what the steps that I'm going to take to get to that goal, and I promise you it will work for you. So if you guys have any more questions about this, or you want to see other videos, let me know. Comment in the comments below. Like the video, share, and subscribe, and I'll keep them coming.